Today, I'm going to let you in on a secret that course creators keep to themselves because, of course, it is very, very effective. All right, so when you start creating online courses, sometimes you can't help yourself but to think, you know what, all I need is to create a course, sell it, and that's it. Well, in order for you to be successful with an online course business, you are going to need a few key areas that are very, very powerful to make your business much, much easier to manage. And that is email automation. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I'll also be going through the software and how to integrate all these things to make life easier for you. And also you may be thinking, wow, these things might be very complicated. You know what? I've got good news for you because I have my course creation bootcamp. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is to sign up, and this will show you how to set up everything that you need for your online course website. All right, so let's get started. So I did mention that you need email automation. Now, it may sound like who uses email nowadays, but when students are registering on your website, you're going to need a way to send emails based on how they're using your website. So this is very, very powerful. So let me show you what I mean. So when you take a look here, we have a few tools installed. We have Fluent CRM. This is our email automation program. We also have Tutor LMS and we have WooCommerce. So these are the three tools that I use just to act as a base for my online course website. But instead of Tutor LMS, you can also use things like Lifter LMS or LearnDash. All right. So now that we have all these three set, so what we need to do is to send an email out as soon as, say, for example, someone buys a product on our website. So how do we do that? Okay, let me show you. So over here, we have our product here, which is our course. And I've already gone ahead and created it. It's called Mac Course. Okay, so we want that when someone buys this course, we send them a series of emails automatically. We can't do this manually because this is going to take you a long time, and especially if you have a lot of students signing up on your website. So it's very, very important that we set this and it's automatic. All right, next I'm going to show you the course that I created, and I'm going to come over here to Tutor LMS, go to courses, and we have amazing course. So that's our course. Okay, now it's time for the automation, and I'll show you how simple it is. It is amazing. So over here on Fluent CRM, this is where we have our system that controls all our emails. Basically, this is a CRM, okay? So I'm going to come all the way up here to the top, click on automations. So we want to start a brand new automation, okay? So we are going to say, okay, you know what? Create new automation. Now, the automation needs to trigger when something happens. Now, as you can see here, we have quite a lot of options to play around with. And this is why Fluent CRM is very, very powerful. But in this case, we want to trigger an action when someone buys something. Okay. So in this case, it's a course. So I'm going to say WooCommerce, new order. So we need to give this a name. So let's say bought Mac course. We're going to hit continue. And here is a list of things that we need to select. So subscription status, I mean, definitely they will be subscribed anyway because they've bought the course. And then over here now we have our conditions. So we have our target product. So this is where now we look for our Mac course. So if you don't create it initially in WooCommerce, it will not show up here. So it's important that you first create the product. So I'm going to click here on Mac course. So this is the course that we need to set a trigger when someone buys it. Here we can also target categories, but I'm going to leave that as it is. We don't need any of that. So now here is purchase type. So we have any type of purchase or only first time purchase and second time purchase. So I'm going to say any type of purchase. Save settings. Now we are good to go. So we can say, okay, when someone buys Mac course, what do we need to do? And now the sky is the limit. So let's start by welcoming them. Okay. So I'm going to say send custom email, and then I'm going to give this a name. Let's call this welcome. So over here we have the email subject. So I can also say welcome, and then you can just say welcome to whatever course it is. Next, we are now here on our email body. So this is where we can start typing. So what I usually do here, I start off by saying hello. And then I add an @ in order for me to add my first name here. So this will pick up the first name from my database. So it says hello first name, and then I'll type the body of my email. Right now I'm using dummy text, so it saves me from typing. Next, we are now going to maybe perhaps add some links. So let's say you want them to go to the dashboard of the website. You can add a button by just coming over here, and I'm just going to add a /, and this is going to bring my blocks, and the block I'm looking for is a button. So I'm going to click here on buttons, and I'm just going to say get started here. I can also customize this button. So I can come over here, color settings, text color is white, background color. There we go. And also the border radius, let's say I want to set it to 3. So that's cool. Now I can add my link to my dashboard on my website. So I'm going to click here on this little chain icon, and this is where I would paste my URL. In fact, for now, I'm just going to add a blank link, and then I want this to open in a new tab as well. So with that all set, I can hit save settings, and now I can send an email to that person that has just purchased, telling them where to go on the site, and this in this case is the dashboard. So let's say you want to sell them another course on a discount. You can then add another email after a day. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to come back over here, click on this plus button, and then I'm going to say wait. Click on this plus button. So wait 1 day. I'm going to hit save settings, and now I can click here, add another email, upselling them to another product. And as you can see, this is a very, 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 very powerful system. All this will be happening behind the scenes while you are working on your content or even promoting your content. So this is how you use email automation to really power your online business. Now, there's a lot of other things that we can do here. In fact, let me show you what other actions we can do. So over here, we can go back and say, okay, if we click on this plus button here, we have also other things that we can do. We can add these students onto an email sequence. We can also add tags to them based on how they're interacting on our website. So for that, I am going to close out of here, and I want to start another automation. So this one here could be like a welcome one, okay? So let's go back. Oh, before I do that, I also want to remind you that you can see all your stats here. And also by default, it's set to draft, which is good. So you need to click here to activate it and make sure it starts working okay. All right, so let's start another one. So I'm going to come back to automations, click on add new. And this time I am going to come over here to Tutor LMS, and then I'm going to say student completes a course. Now, see how exciting this is. When someone completes a course, you can set an action. All right, let's click on continue. Oops. So I'm going to say complete. I'm going to hit continue. Okay. So here we are going to choose amazing course because that's the course that we have on Tutor LMS. Save settings. Now, here's where the action begins. So when they complete my course here, I can set a custom email. So I can say, hey, you know what? I have another advanced course and I'm selling it to you at a discount. And this is where you can do your upselling, but this is triggered when someone completes the course. So you may be asking, how do we know if someone has completed the course? Well, that's straightforward, because what happens is when you go in Tutor LMS or LearnDash, as you're going through your courses, you can hit the completed, and then this is what tracks the progress of how your students are developing on that course. So when they finish, this is what is triggered and an email is sent straight away. And this is how you automate your system. You can also send them emails with discounts, or even send them emails which have other offers, or basically you can do whatever you want. So as you can see, it is close to impossible for you to be writing these emails step by step each time someone is doing something on your website, or if you wanted to automate anything on your website. So this needs to be working behind the scenes like a machine. And this is the secret that online course creators keep to themselves. So go ahead, try it out. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments box below, and I'll do my best to, respond to them. Take care. See you in the next one. Hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell notification. All right? Take care.